I'm going to condition himself like building a muscle so that you take action first automatically. Because if you don't do that, it's hard. You lose momentum. It's like, how do I get started? Where do I go? Do anything to start the process of moving forward rather than let fear stop you. All of you have targets, things that you're after. If you're going to get a new result, if you're going to grow your business, if you're going to be able to support your mom, if you're going to get rid of the anxiety, if you're going to be able to overachieve and not have all that fear inside of you, you obviously need to get a new result. You're going to have to get new action. You don't get new results with old actions doing the same thing. What human beings can do is amazing. What they will do is usually disappointing. It's not because we're not capable of it. It's because we don't have new actions because we get in certain emotional states that dominate us, like anxiety, like fear of failure, right? Like the fear of the loss of your mother as an example. So if you're in a state of fear, you're going to behave very differently and get very different results than if you were in a place of being courageous or bold or warm or connected or playful, any of those. So the most important key to changing your life in any situation is to change results, you got to change behavior. But to change behavior, you got to change the emotional state you're in. Now, how do you do that when you don't feel like it or it feels overwhelming? There are two ways, and I've done this with the greatest athletes in the world. I've done this with 4 different presidents of the United States. I've done it with billionaire clients. All you have to do to change your state is not try to think your way there. Like, I'm happy, and do a bunch of affirmations. Your brain's going to go BS. You are not happy, right? What you need to do is make a radical change in the way you use what we call your physiology. It's a big word. It just means the way you use your physical body. I've taught this for 40 years. And about 3 years ago, Harvard finally did a study where they proved what I did worked, and they called it these power positions. And what they showed was if you stand, everyone can try this, stand up just for a moment if you want. Everybody at home can try it as well. So do something really silly. Put both your hands on your hips like Wonder Woman or Superman and that stuff, right? If you stand like this and you breathe deep for just 2 minutes, what the science found was that you will...
Let's go. Let's go. What is going on, familia? Rise and shine. Another beautiful, blessed, and grateful day coming towards the end of the week. Where we at? Today is Thursday, Cinco de Mayo. Happy 5th of May. Super excited for today's topic. Today, I'm going to teach you guys the power of chunking your time, right? This isn't from me. This is directly from Tony Robbins, but I'm telling you, when you implement this, this is going to change the game. Because how many of you might feel overwhelmed some way, shape, or form in your life? So today, I'm going to go ahead and clear the fog and get you focused. All right. But before we do, let's go ahead and drop some gratitude. What are you grateful for today? Drop it down below. Grateful for God, grateful to be healthy, grateful to be alive, grateful for the opportunity to go ahead and share this information and grow 1% better with each of you. So let's go ahead and dive into today. All right. Chunking time. You ready? This is big. Drop it down below. How many of you have felt overwhelmed in the past couple weeks, past couple months? It could be in any aspect of your life. Well, I'm here to tell you the reason you feel overwhelmed is because of how you've started to look at different things, right? We all have different things going on in our life. You know, if you were to look at it on a board, this is what my visual is going to look like for today, right? This is probably what your life looks like. You've got all of these different things that you have to handle, and it makes it overwhelming, right? It's hard to go ahead and figure out what to do with your time. So instead of going and taking action, we end up doing the opposite. We end up retreating, scrolling through social media, doing a lot of things that aren't income producing. So today, I'm going to go ahead and show you the power of how to chunk your time and go ahead and get organized. So how many of you guys have time to go to the gym? How many of you guys make it part of your schedule to go to the gym? And watch this example. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you with this, okay? Now I'm going to ask you on the other side, how many of you don't have time to go ahead and hit the gym, right? You're too busy. You think you're too busy. So what is the difference between those two people? The difference ends up being, it's not time, it is what they associate their time with, right? The person that says they don't go to the gym, they know it's probably an important thing to do, but they still don't have the time to go ahead and do it. So we all know people like that, but today I'm going to show you how to go ahead and get past this obstacle. You ready? So believe it or not, time is nothing but an emotion. It's what you associate with it. You associate going to the gym as pain, right? You're going to be missing too much time from work. You're going to be missing too much time from your family. So here's how I want you to think about it now. Instead of associating going to the gym with pain, I want you to associate it maybe with growth. Because the problem is when I ask somebody a little bit deeper, well, why don't you go to the gym? They're going to tell me I don't have time. Well, let's go a layer deeper into the onion. When you really ask them this, here's what you're going to see. Change is not a matter of ability. It's a matter of motivation or reasons. So when I ask them, why don't you want to go to the gym? Watch the difference. Well, I don't have a gym membership, so I'm going to have to go take the time to go actually find a gym. Then I'm going to actually have to go there. I'm going to have to sit at the front desk. I'm going to have to wait an hour, sit down, fill out all the paperwork, and then I'm going to have to go ahead and buy gym clothes for the day too. I'm going to go ahead and have to walk around and figure out where the locker room even is. And I'm going to get in there, have to change my clothes. I'm going to have to worry about my makeup getting all messed up. I'm going to go in there. I don't even know what to work out first. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm probably going to waste 40 minutes in there. And then I'm going to have to go back in the locker room. I'm going to have to go fix my makeup. I'm going to have to go take a shower, go get in my car, go back home, and then go get ready for work. Woo! That is a lot. Do you see how overwhelming somebody could make something as simple as going to the gym? But watch the difference. When I ask them, what do you want to eat? They can go ahead and tell me something. Italian. Great. I know 12 different Italian places. Let's go do it. It's done. You see, they chunked eating into one chunk, right? It was very simple. It was one chunk. But when we talked about going to the gym, they just chunked it into 495 things. This is the power of understanding how you chunk your life and what you associate things, because the things that overwhelm you, the reason it's overwhelmed you is because you've chunked it into too many different pieces and points, to the point where you don't even want to do it anymore because you're overwhelmed. So here's what it looks like, okay? So here's how you actually start fixing your chunks. All right, you ready? Give me a second. Let me go ahead and get my marker for you. This is what it looks like. This is called RPM, if you can really learn to understand this, okay? Focus results, connect your purpose, and then you create a map. So this is what this looks like when all of you guys are overwhelmed all day long. But here's how you can start to associate it. You ready? We have different pillars of life. We've got the mind, the body, the spirit, our finances, right? Our faith. So what if you could be able to take all of these different things and you could learn to chunk them into pieces, right? Let's say maybe out of all these different activities, these ones over here are focused on your body. So what if I were to just chunk all of these different ones and put it together? And boom, what if these ones were about my faith? And what if these ones were about my finances? So now you can see how I've been able to group these correctly. So now I have an idea of what to do. So when you go throughout your day, I want you guys to think about a couple different things. The first thing is, I don't want you to focus on what to do. Okay, what to do is not the question. You're asking yourself, yo, what should I do today? That's not the question. The first question I want you to ask yourself is right here. What is my outcome that I want for the day? What is my outcome that I want for the week? And why do I want that? Because if you know what your outcome is first, now you're going to be able to figure out the right activities to go ahead and chunk them together. So if your outcome, I want to go ahead and lose 2 pounds this week. Okay, well, guess what? Now you know you have a handful of activities to go ahead and tackle for the week to go ahead and achieve that outcome. I want to create a better relationship with God. You should be reading and studying in the morning and the nighttime. Now you have activities to go ahead and chunk as priorities of your day. So this is big. This literally changed my life, because now when you start to focus on the right things, you're not going to be overwhelmed because you've started to make it relatable. So if you guys got any value out of that, this is the way you chunk your time. If you feel overwhelmed, watch when you put this on paper and put all of your activities, line them out, and then go ahead and circle the ones that you want to go ahead and create the outcome with, and watch how easier it is to go ahead and step into your day and do the right thing. So family, with that being said, I guarantee you, if you implement this, it's going to change the game. But to leave it off with this, okay? When you think about, why are you doing this? What is your purpose? I want you to go ahead and write down 3 to 5 different words, okay? So for me, whenever I'm doing anything, there's 3 to 5 words that I always associate it with to give me that fire, to give me the energy, to give me the drive to go ahead and make it happen, right? Here's my words, and I want you to figure out what your words are. right? Love, impact, contribution, joy, right? When I get on these lives every day, I have the intent, I have the focus of impact. I have the focus of contribution. When I'm going to the gym, I have the focus on bettering my body, right? Health is wealth. You can have all the money in the world, but if we don't have the health, it's irrelevant, right? Love every day, figuring out a way that I can leave gratitude to the world, to somebody else. So these are your words, right? Your words will change your life. So figure out what are your handful of words that you're going to associate with your purpose and with your outcomes on why it is that you're doing what you're doing. So family, with that being said, that's my training for you guys today. It is your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. You can be, do, or have whatever it is that you hold right here in your mind. You can hold it in your hand. So family, it's game time. Let's get to work. Let's go.